and they can tell me the correct. Yep. Fuck that up.
Hey, what's up? This is Anthony from Lagoon, and you're listening to Doom Tomb.
Bitchin'.
This is the Doom Tomb Podcast, the podcast for all things within the heavy underground. My name is Chris. I am your host, and today, well, this gentleman has been on the podcast before talking about his band. Now he has another new venture. We're going to go into it. We're going to break it down and how it can affect each and every one of you out there. Let's hear the interview right now.
Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get laid.
For today's podcast, we don't have to go too far. Now, I don't know where exactly this gentleman is. I know he's in somewhere in the Sonoran Desert, but he has this place, a brand new place in Scottsdale, Arizona. We're going to talk to him about it. Now, you might know him from a band. We've interviewed them several times. And, here's a new venture, and I am so thrilled and excited for this gentleman. Yes, Matt, welcome. Welcome to the podcast, brother. How you doing today?
Good. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, man. Now, you've got this new thing. You just created this business called Red Sky Guitar Repair. And if people aren't aware, like, why does Matt sound so familiar? He's in the band Stonewitch. He plays guitar, and we're going to talk about all things. Now, I apologize. Is it Luthier? Luthier.
Luthier.
Okay, so this gentleman is a trained luthier, and if you want to contact him, it's Red Sky Guitar Repair at gmail.com. Now, the last time you came on the show, you were talking about Order of the Goat and Desert Oracle. It was basically we were interviewing you for Desert Oracle, but we had to go through all of the lineage to learn more about Stonewitch. And we also talked about your career as a luthier. Luthier? Did I say it right?
Yeah, luthier.
Okay, I know. It takes me a few minutes. I'll get it right. So, please, can you give us an overview of how you got started in this career?
Yeah. I mean, I played guitar for a long time and just wanted to do something with guitar. And then I found out about, I was in California at the time, found out about the luthier school here in Phoenix. And then moved out here early 2016. And then, just got into it and then just started from there.
Right. Now, so how long ago is this now? About 7 years?
7 years, yeah, a little bit over 7 years.
Okay. Now, since you've been doing this for 7 years, what have you seen in the changes in possibly like technology on how to fix guitars?
Well, from school, they teach you kind of just like the old school way of everything. So it's just all the, how they used to do it. And now they just have so much stuff with like CNC and 3D printing stuff for different parts or whatever you need for repairs. And there's all kinds of stuff now. They have like Plek machines for frets. So you don't have to, you just put it in a machine and it does the fret job for you.
Right.
I don't think that's necessarily super new, but just nothing that I've ever done before or anything.
Right. Now, it's kind of surprising to me because with all the stuff that I listen to and watch on different social media outlets, it's a lot of music-based stuff. So I would think that I would come across, like, say, on TikTok, like somebody doing something like creating, like a video showing how they're fixing a guitar because... for some reason, I'm not exactly sure why, when I run through on TikTok, I get a few things that I see the most frequently. And one of them is cobblers. So people that are, reworking shoes and refinishing shoes. I don't know why that's so popular in my TikTok. I don't know what my algorithm is. On top of that, the other one that I get, and it's kind of shoes, but not really. It's the one, what are they called? Oh, man, I'm blanking on the name right now. It'll come to me. But it's the people that take the horseshoes off and they clip the nails and they file it down for the horses and stuff. A farrier. That's the name. A farrier. I don't know why. I don't know why it's in my my feed over something as simple as like watching people fix guitars. So let me ask you this. Where did the name come from?
Red Sky.
Yeah.
We were just throwing around names for a while, and had a couple of different names in mind, and then I don't know, just Red Sky just came to my mind, and then it's kind of like an ode to Arizona a little bit. It sounded fitting.
Right. And then on top of it, you have this really crazy looking. I just love it because there's some simplicity to it, but I got the vibe. I got the sun on your logo, but also like it's kind of guitar shaped somewhat. How'd you come about getting that logo?
My girlfriend Amanda came up with the logos. Like, yeah, that main one that you're talking about, she came up with that one. Just kind of just throwing ideas back and forth, and then she just kind of came up with it, and I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Let's go with that.
So previously you were working for somebody, and now you're kind of taking that over right now?
Yeah, well, previously I was working over at Milano Music in Mesa, and then before that I worked at the same place. It's a repair shop inside of a guitar shop, so it's inside of Guitar Pickers.
Right.
So I was working there before for a few years with the dude that was running the repair shop, kind of like apprenticing under him and stuff, and then he decided to retire. So he retired, and then the dude that owns the guitar shop just hit me up, and he's like, yeah, if you want the spot, it's yours. You can move in.
So now this concept, so I'm assuming that now this is a new deal. It's a new business, especially for yourself. Now, what is the concept? So what are we looking for people? Because I'm thinking like maybe club owners, bookers, managers, anybody for like possibly an emergency situation while someone's on tour. Is that something that you're looking for as far as business?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we definitely could. I mean, in between me and, like I said, my girlfriend Amanda, we definitely know quite a few people. She knows a bunch of people, like in like all the bars and everything that have shows and live music, and so trying to get into that a little bit.
Absolutely. And on top of it, I would say, hey, start them young. So I don't know if this is a thing that maybe you and Amanda have thought about, but the first thing I thought of when I saw what you're doing, I'm like, no brainer. School of Rock, hit them up, because these are kids cutting their teeth on what they might eventually fall in love with. Like there's a band out here, Grail, that they were in School of Rock, and now they've been touring. They just finished a tour recently, and they're really doing amazing, and they're all under 21. So I say hit up School of Rock. Even I would go even one step further, hit up Alice Cooper, because I know he has a big hand in School of Rock, and he does that hasty pudding, Christmas pudding special every year.
Yeah, like the Christmas every year. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, well, I never even actually thought about the School of Rock. That's a good idea. I'll have to check that out.
Because, I'm sure, like, when the same with yourself, like, when you started, like, maybe you didn't know how to fix something, and now you're actually the professional, and somebody could take it to you, and who knows, maybe you could trade a little bit, talk a little bit, BS, and talk about one of the things you love. Now, I do have a question regarding, so I know that you work on guitars, but as a luthier, do you work on all string instruments, or do you stay pretty much within the realm of guitars?
Mostly guitars. I like guitars, mandolins, like a little bit of like basic banjo stuff.
Right.
But I mean, mostly, yeah, definitely, mostly guitars.
So what else would somebody need for guitars? Like, is there? I'm just talking out my ass. Is there like guitar tune-up, like to change something out or something gets worn? Take me through that a little bit.
I mean, yeah, it could be anything from just like changing strings to, doing like a refret to just like a setup, just getting it all dialed in, ready to go, getting it like all intonated if you have to like record or whatever. Right. And there's a ton of stuff to it. You know, switching out like all the electronics, switching out pickups, doing different things with all that. It could go on and on. There's a ton to do.
Yeah, and I'm sure it adds up over time. So I wrote this down. Here, I'm just going to give this right away. My slogan would be "Don't fret, because I'm here to help," and that's where I'm going with that. So let me ask you this: top guitar fixing mistakes. Again, when somebody's cutting their teeth and they don't know enough about it, and maybe they make some kind of fatal error. When should you go to a professional? Like, what do you think, like, the layman can handle? Like, I'm sure people can handle changing out strings, but, like, go ahead.
I was going to say it just depends on the person, you know, like, definitely there's some people that just don't even want to change their own strings. Just bring it in, just do it real quick, you know, it's something you can just kind of hang around for, because that's pretty quick. You know, some people feel more comfortable with other things, like with setups and stuff, and can't do certain things. I've seen people come in with like electronic stuff that they've done crazy things to that I wouldn't even think about, but they can't set up their guitar. So it just depends on the person.
Right.
Some people feel more comfortable, but I mean, a lot of people, I'd say most often, feel like they can just watch a video on YouTube or something and like switch out some pickups or like set up their guitar. And sometimes, especially like a Floyd Rose or something, it can be a little bit harder than you think it's going to be.
And that's when you call in a professional.
Yeah, that's when they usually bring it in and say they fucked up. And
so with you doing that, do you think in the future, like, maybe you would have a maintenance plan for people? Like, say, hey, if you pay this for the year, you can come in and get like all the little basics that you would need. Maybe just changing some strings, or maybe just changing something out that would be like some, you know, short-term fix. It's not like, oh my God, I cracked the neck and you got to refit, you know, you got to fix that or whatever. So is that something that you might think of down the line?
Yeah, possibly. I haven't really considered that, but it could be.
Okay.
It's just kind of hard with like, every guitar is different, you know, like some guitars need more maintenance than other ones. Some need, you know, like one or two setups a year, and some move more than other ones. But yeah, there's definitely something that you could do like that further down the line, figure something out, and yeah, that would be cool.
Well, let me ask you this. In relation to guitars, what's your stance on putting stickers on your guitar?
I guess it depends on the guitar.
Okay.
I don't really have stickers on my guitars. I have stickers on my cases.
Yeah, that's.
But like
that's...
the guitar itself, not so much. I mean, I like stickers on guitars. I don't really have anything against it.
Yeah, I don't either technically, but I do like to see it clean. So I'm assuming that there's certain tools that you need to use, and possible some kind of luthier jargon, if you will, like some kind of chat like that. Is there something like let me adjust the truss rod for a better forward bow or something like that? Is there a sentence that is pretty common that you say to people that's in more of a luthier jargon?
I mean, yeah, pretty much that. Like, definitely, you know, people bring their guitar in and just tell them you have too much bow in your neck. You need definitely could use a setup, or they say it's buzzing or whatever, and just tell them it's overbowed and that's why it's buzzing, and just need to adjust the truss rod and make a couple adjustments and it'll be good to go. But also, like you were talking about before with all the sweat and everything, sometimes all that will like build up on the fretboard too, and like you just like scrape it off the fretboard and it's just like a layer of just
crust,
finger grease, and just rust and all kinds of nasty stuff. There's definitely some pretty nasty guitars that come in.
Well, yeah, I remember you know, growing up and seeing Angus Young banging his head and, you know, just going around the stage, all 103 pounds of him. And he is sweating up a storm. I mean, how much sweat do you think was soaked into his guitars?
Oh, yeah, exactly. obviously he has like dudes that change his strings and everything probably after every show that he plays.
Oh, of course. Now,
but yeah, there's dudes that come in and haven't changed their strings and like grime is like building up on their strings. And their strings are like rusted and they're like, oh, I think I need a string change. You can't even play this.
You know, isn't it kind of equal to like a singer and they go up to a house mic and it's like covered in crust?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. I would have, if I was a singer, bring my own mic around.
No, definitely. So, what kind of hours are you doing? And because I saw you have the phone number up, if somebody needs something off hour, how do we figure that?
We have pretty nice hours, but definitely understand so pretty much we're closed Sunday, Monday. We open at 11 every day. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're open till 6. And Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, we're open till 4. But I'm usually there like after hours. So if anyone ever needed anything, definitely just could hit me up or hit me up on the Instagram or something, and I'll probably be there and I could meet you there or whatever. Sure. That's not like that big of a deal.
Now, since you're a luthier and a guitarist, what are some of the benefits that you have of doing both?
I never have to pay for anything for my guitar.
Well, I mean, pay for the parts maybe, but
yeah.
Do you get? Are you able to get a discount for guitars because you're in the business, or?
Yeah, I definitely have accounts through different businesses, so I get like a little bit of a discount or whatever, depending on what it is and where it's from. But I mean, it's nice. I can try different things and do whatever I want and not really have to worry about like spending in a ton of money if I don't like it. Just switch it back out, and all it really took was just a little bit of my time, so it's not that big of a deal. Now I know, like if I want to try a different pickup or try different like electronic stuff or try different strings, whatever I want to do. So it's pretty nice.
Now, I as soon as I hear the band Stonewitch, I know I can hear the sound. I definitely hear your guitar. I know what your sound is, your tone. Do you try to change that out? Do you just like, nope, I'm locked in, I got this? I mean, I know experimentation is always good, and you get to, test the waters and see maybe there's something else that you want to sound like. Is that a thing? Like, I mean, like, how much work do you, for your equipment, for you personal use, how much time and effort do you put into moving stuff around and changing strings and stuff? Is that a common thing, or is like, how does that work?
As far as Stonewitch goes, I'm pretty set in like what I use and what I do and everything, but just mostly just like at home, just messing around, just try different whatever I want to do. I have like a ton of different pedals, and even with Stonewitch, with like the pedals, I'm pretty set in the pedals that I use. I've used the same pedals for quite a while, and like the same amp and everything, but just when I'm at home messing around and practicing and playing, it's fun to just try different things and try to like play along to something and try to like get my tone as close to the tone of their tone as I can, and just different stuff like that.
Absolutely. Well, with the fact that if you can find your pedal board.
Well, yeah, that's also a thing.
Yeah, that happened. And if anybody wants to hear about that, you can go back and listen to a previous episode. That would be awesome. And speaking of Stonewitch,
now I have even more pedals because of that, so.
Well, so what you're saying, kind of like a blessing in disguise, really.
Exactly, yeah.
All right. So can I ask, or is it, I don't know if it's inside information, what kind of pedals are you using right now?
For Stonewitch?
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely have like mostly my fuzz pedal, like my watt pedal. I use like it's Abominable Electronics. I use a fuzz pedal from them I've had for quite a few years that I like a lot. I use like a Vox wah, and then I have like a delay pedal, like a carbon copy. I don't really use a whole lot.
Right.
Just kind of I have actually been trying to use a treble booster more.
Okay.
So that's something that's kind of added to it. I have like a couple of different treble booster pedals that I've been trying to put in and figure out where I would want to use them. I mean, eventually it would be cool to like just come up with like my own, just like a fuzz pedal or something, and just try to sell that or try to just play that or get that out there or something like that.
Well, we were talking about Stonewitch a little. We had this re-release of Order of the Goat on vinyl through Wet Records with some extra tracks, and I know, vinyl is like the thing. I know you put out Desert Oracle on vinyl, Order of the Goat. It's almost like a redux because you added some tracks. Now, I do have to ask you, Matt, while I have you on the phone here, is there any new Stonewitch news?
Yeah. I don't think we've actually said anything yet, but we've been playing with Wade from like Hub and Weave, and he was playing with AWAS. So yeah, he's our new drummer now. So
Right
we're
on.
trying to start writing some stuff with him, and hopefully get back on the stage and play some shows pretty soon.
Ooh, I am looking forward to that, my friend. That's yeah,
Definitely,
I'll definitely be
it's
there.
working out pretty well so far.
Really awesome. So, let me ask you. So I know you had Opie for a while, and Jay, and now Wade. When you play something from Order, something from Oracle, has it changed? Have the songs morphed at all with having a new drummer?
Going forward, I feel like our sound is going to change, but it's definitely going to have like a little bit different feel, maybe.
Right.
But
right.
as far as like the old songs, he adds like a little bit of his own stuff in there, but he keeps it like pretty close to the stuff that we had before.
And I'm assuming that you all have a whole bunch of demos and stuff, because it seems like everybody does with the downtime that we had during COVID and stuff. That there's a lot of time to fill. And is there anything that maybe you had a demo of that you showed him and he's like, oh, I could move this here, I can move this there, I can add this?
Yeah, we're kind of figuring all that out. Like right now, like Ian's putting together like all the drop boxes and everything, to putting all the old songs on, to have us all listen to them and figure out all that. Because we just started playing with them not very long ago, so we've just been kind of getting that, and so yeah, we're figuring stuff out like that now.
Awesome, man. And I hope to see you on stage really, really soon.
Yeah, hopefully soon.
So Kirk Hammett talked about losing his phone, and he had like hundreds of riffs recorded. My question to you is, like, do you save your riffs? Do you record them? And do you have any recent ideas that you are like itching to show everyone on stage?
Usually I'll just record them on my phone or something. And usually once I've played a riff like a few times, I'm pretty good about just kind of remembering it. But
that is the genius of you.
I think I'll forget. I definitely just record it on my phone and then come back to it. I mean, I have a ton of stuff I can go back and look at my phone and probably find at least 100 riffs on there from over the last few years.
Wow.
If I'm ever looking for one.
Yeah, if you're looking for a taste of something new. Is there any insight?
Not that they're all good or anything. If they were that good, they'd already be in a song, so.
No, that's true. Do you have any insight as to what some of the new Stonewitch material might be like?
I mean, I'd say it'd just be pretty similar. I don't think it's going to be that much different. Just kind of Stonewitch with whatever Wade adds to it.
Right. So you're not thinking about doing like any K-pop covers, or who knows? Maybe even like a Stonewitch version of like a Taylor Swift song. Is that happening?
No, probably not anytime soon. I think a couple of the dudes wanted to, but
oh, they did. Yeah. Well, I'm sure Ian would. Ian's, he's a saucy boy. He might have said something about, oh, I don't know, that Katy Perry, man, she's got something, and we could write a riff over that, and it would be just beautiful.
No,
So,
I don't think that's in the books for us.
Fair enough. I don't know if you remember this. There was a band called Nitro. I think his name was Michael Angelo. No relation, by the way. And he had. Have you ever seen the video? It was like a 4-necked guitar.
Oh, I don't know. Probably. I'm sure I've seen it before. There's all kinds of stuff.
I'll have to send you a video because I'm telling you, it's amazing and modestly cringeworthy at the same time.
I remember there was this dude. I forget what his name was. Back in Fresno, he played a war guitar. If you look up war guitar,
all right,
I forget. It's like a 18-string guitar or something. I don't know if it's that many strings, but it's like a ton of strings on this guitar, and he's super good at it. His name was Brian Kenny Fresno, and he would like go on stage and play this war guitar and like shred this guitar. Oh, did you look it up?
I'm looking it up right now. What is that? Neck is fucking huge.
Yeah, the neck is huge. How many strings does it say it is?
I don't know. It doesn't. I'm just looking at the images, and
yeah, but just look at the war guitar. And this dude would just go up on stage and shred this guitar, and he would have chicks walking around the crowd handing out hot dogs off of a platter.
Yeah.
While he just shredded on stage on this huge war guitar. Yeah.
Do you know what the reason is why he was giving out hot dogs?
That's just what he did. He's Brian Kenny Fresno.
Do you think that's something maybe like Stonewitch can adopt that, and maybe like you can give out like sliders or something while you're playing the Herald or something like that?
Maybe, or like pass around some joints or something.
Well, yes, of course. Well, you want to. I think that would be first because you kind of want to build the appetite, but then like, I'm down for some murder burgers, man.
Yeah, you gotta follow up with something after that. So,
like maybe the stone slider. I got it. It's perfect. Maybe a little hemp infused dressing. Oh, all right. I'm gonna talk. Like, don't get me wrong. I know I'm talking to you now, but I'll talk to the other guys in Stonewitch. Maybe we can get something going, maybe or some type of delicious dip as you play, like not like a hummus thing because I don't know, it's a little messy, but possibly like a chunky salsa or something.
Maybe, yeah, we'll figure something out. Stone slider.
Wow, you know what? You never know what's going on there. What is that? Is that a plant?
It's a plant. Yeah.
I didn't expect a plant to be invading the interview, but okay, that's cool. So thank you so much for talking about what's going on in Stonewitch, because I'm really interested in that, as well as this other band. There was a band in Fresno. I don't know if you know about them. Something like Into the Sun or something like that. You familiar with them?
Maybe Inside the Sun?
Inside the Sun? Does that sound familiar? Is that
familiar? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know a little bit about them.
You do. Yes, you do.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'm looking at it, and we're coming up on it's basically 10 years since a few tracks came out, and then another tracks came out in 2014, and I guess I'm curious. Because, of course, that was a band that you were in. There's 2 songs, Smoke, Creep, and Havoc. They were released like a decade ago. Now, if you were to look back and listen to them, in what way would you change them, if any?
I don't know if I'd necessarily change them. Maybe like could have like better recording quality or something. I think we did it like pretty cheaply, just off of like a computer, just recording it. But I mean, I think the songs are cool. I don't know. I haven't listened to them in a while, honestly.
Well, as it says on according to Bandcamp, it was recorded in Trevor's bedroom on a MacBook.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So, do you think would there ever be an Inside the Sun cover played by Stonewitch?
Probably not. I mean, that would be cool. I think it's pretty different, though.
It is. But then I'm thinking like maybe for Ian, because I've seen him in some things. I don't know. All I know is every once in a while he sends me a picture, and he sent a picture. There was something where he was wearing a mask and there's a saxophone involved. It was very complicated. I don't know what he was doing, but I'm wondering if some of his like more. Yeah. You ask him about the pictures. It was very interesting and maybe possibly a little avant-garde. So who knows? Maybe there can be a cover from one of his old projects too. Now, I'm looking at some of the pictures from Inside the Sun.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta ask, dude. The fro. Like, what up? Like, how tight was your hair, man? Like, I've only known you. Go ahead, say it again.
So that's how it grows.
Wow. And now, I mean, I've always known you with long hair, but that fro was something else, man. Did you ever think of like maybe I should put some relaxer in that or something? I mean, it was tight.
Yeah, I don't think anything would work. I think I think we probably started Inside the Sun in like, what year did that say that came out? 2012 or 2013?
It came out in April 22nd of 2013 for the demo. And
okay, yeah, so we would have started like 2012 or 2011. And I think when we started, I had like basically shaved my head.
Whoa.
Like super short hair. And that was pretty much like the last time I really cut my hair. And so that was just pretty much the progress of it growing out. And yeah, it kind of grows out and I have like an afro for a while.
Right.
Until it gets too heavy and then it just kind of does whatever it does.
Yeah, it just kind of falls down and
it
now
kind of falls down, lays down.
And you got what you got right now. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say that's pretty much when I started growing my hair out from where it is now.
Got you. So there you go. 10 years in the making. And you can see him at Red Sky Guitar Repair. So
yeah,
I noticed that in some of the pictures, I saw you singing when you were on stage with that band. Will that ever happen in Stone Witch? Is there going to be any harmonizing between you and JR?
No, I mean, that was definitely more screaming than singing.
Okay.
So we kind of threw it around for a little bit, but we never really did anything about it. Like, I don't know if that would ever really happen.
Okay.
It would be cool because I would do that in the recordings and stuff.
Yeah, so with the band Stone Witch, obviously JR would be the best because he is this lead singer. But if you were to rate maybe yourself or Wade or Ian, who would be the one that you would never want to sing anything?
Probably me. I don't know.
All right, so we're going back a little bit with your previous band, and I got a couple bands that I have on the list here, and I'm curious if you have any thoughts about them, or because I know you played with some for a few times. The first band is Moon Trail. Do you remember them?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Moon Trail's awesome. Basically, Inside the Sun was me and my friend Nick, and like Trevor played bass for us for a while, and then he stopped playing with us, and we needed a new bass player. So we met our friend Greg, who was in Moon Trail, and they needed a drummer. So it was like we needed a bass player, they needed a drummer. So Nick started playing drums with them. Greg started playing bass with us, and then I kind of just started playing guitar with them as well, because it's like might as well.
Yeah, that sounds.
So yeah,
it sounds a little.
Moon Trail was like kind of like what you were saying with Ian earlier. Like we wore masks on stage and did like a whole show thing and everything. It was pretty cool.
Interesting. So were there, like, it sounds like the bands were kind of intertwined. Were there ever days where anybody had to do double duty on stage?
Yeah, I mean, 3 of us were in both bands. There's a couple of times like we played the same show. So yeah, it was basically the 3 of us were in Inside the Sun, and then Moon Trail was the 3 of us plus another guitar player, Josh, for a while, and then Jill was the vocalist. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, there's a couple of times where we played like the same show, and then yeah, we just did that and then did the next thing, and it was cool. It's super fun.
Was there
and
some?
They were different enough. So like they were different enough that it was like it wasn't like too much or anything. It was super fun. Yeah, I love that.
Was that done intentionally? I mean, you're talking about inside the sun, going inside the sun, and now you're going on a trail on the moon. Was that intentional, or was that just by chance?
No, that was like just a crazy coincidence. Like both bands were named already before we even met each other. That was just like weird coincidence, and it just like happened to be sun and moon and work out that way. It was cool.
Fair enough. Next band, Hymns to the Stone, which went into Split Lung. Do you remember
Hymns to the Stone. I'm pretty sure it's Split Lung. Jill, that was the vocalist in Moon Trail.
Right.
She was the vocalist for Split Lung. Hymns to the Stone was the same band. I think just a different vocalist. It was this dude, actually. Thor was the vocalist, and when me and Nick were in high school, the drummer for Inside the Sun, we lived in like this small town outside of Fresno, and his band, I don't even know what they were called, his band came and played up in Oakhurst, which is where we were from.
Right.
And we were like, oh, this is like the most metal thing we've ever seen before. Like, this is so cool. Like, this is awesome.
Nice.
And then like years later, he came to like an Inside the Sun show, and he was like, oh yeah, like I like your guys' set. And we were like, oh shit, like we saw you like 5 or 6 years ago when we were in high school, and like we loved your band, and like we thought you were so cool. And he's like, oh shit. And then he ended up being the vocalist for Hymns to the Stone. I'm pretty sure it was him.
And another band of that sort, Keeper.
I don't know if we ever played with Keeper. I know Keeper was like this dude, I think Jacob or something. I think he recorded the second release that we had for Inside the Sun.
Right.
I think he was in Keeper, and I think it was like him and a couple other dudes that were just like ran a couple of venues down there, like just DIY little venues down there. Keeper was cool. I don't think we ever played with them, but they were just super heavy, like just doom.
Hell yeah. All right, brother. Well, let's recap this. So, Stone Witch, there's a lot of new news, a lot of stuff going on. And very importantly, and one of the main reasons why I wanted to have you on is this new thing, this ownership of a business that I couldn't be happier for you, and I couldn't be prouder. Red Sky Guitar Repair. If you're curious, you're like, where do I go? Well, it's in Scottsdale, Arizona. That's not enough? You need an address? I got you here. 2302 North Scottsdale Road in Arizona. It's 480-669-3909. It's Red Sky Guitar Repair at gmail.com. That is how to reach them. Brother, before you go, could you let me know, what's the best photo that you have ever taken or been in?
I have no idea. I don't even know. Maybe something, me and my dog or something.
You know what? I'm going to go even one further because we're talking about Red Sky Guitar Repair. I'm going to say the picture of the red ribbon going across your business with your girlfriend right there, Amanda, and the both of you are right there ready to cut the ribbon. That's a moment, man. Yeah. Because
you should have heard my speech seconds before that.
Do tell. I'm all ears, brother. I know. I feel. I got to be honest with you. I feel like total shit. I had this bad schedule, and I didn't know when clients were coming in from my other work. And next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, it's too late. So, go ahead, please. Tell me what was it, brother?
No, it wasn't much. I'm just saying that because Amanda's sitting here and she was giving me a hard time about it. But I think I said, thank you everyone for coming out.
Well, and again, Matt, you're a man of so many words. Can you move the camera over just a little bit to your left, because I want to say hi. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Amanda. What's going on? I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good, good. It's good to see you. Good to talk to you.
Oh, always a pleasure. So talk to me. What could he have said, or was there more to be said about the opening of Red Sky Guitar Repair?
Oh no, I think that was perfect. Yeah, he pretty much nailed it.
And you know what? I want to agree. I want to agree because that is exactly what Matt is. That's totally it. All right, I just want to say hi. Hi, Amanda.
Not this guy. Hi, good to see you.
Good to see you. All right, brother. Thank you so much. So here, how about this? Here's a thought, because you got this business. Give me your 30-second pitch. Give me your elevator speech, whatever you want. Talk to me. Tell me. Sell me on Red Sky Guitar Repair.
I mean, basically, whatever you need, doesn't matter what kind of guitar you have, whatever you have, just come on in. We'll figure something out and see what we can do for you and get you hooked up and get you playing.
And that is from Matt. And look, I'm saying, like, trust me. You know, there's not a lot of things I like to put my name on. I put my name on this one because I know what he does. I know what a talent he is, both on stage and off stage. He's crushing everything, and now he's got this incredible new business. I'm so thrilled and so happy for you, brother. Cheers to you, and I cannot wait to see you on stage, my friend.
Dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me on and everything.
Sincerely appreciate you. And Amanda, thank you so much. Thank you for even the after show at Planet Mammoth. We went over to TT's Roadhouse, had some pizza, and oh yeah, I almost forgot. Almost forgot. I was gonna end this, but I got to know, because I've heard story. I've heard tell about Matt.
This is right down the street from Red Sky Guitar Repair too, so you can go to Red Sky Guitar Repair, and then you can go over to TT Roadhouse, and it's like less than a mile away. So,
you know, for the win is what I say. For the win. But you know, I had a birdie that told me, he's like, you know, this dude, he's a real fan of pizza. He likes the za. So, you want to talk to me about it? Like, if you're to go to a pizza place, like, where are you going in Arizona? Because, like,
oh, dude, the best pizza is Goat and Ram. It's a food truck, so you gotta see where they are. I think they're opening
A brick and mortar, yeah.
Yeah, a spot in Mesa, like in downtown Mesa next month, maybe. But right now, they're just a food truck, but that's the best pizza.
Okay,
I would say.
Say it one more time so I can add it to the show notes.
Goat
And Ram.
Goat and Ram.
Goat? Order of the Goat? Is there a connection? Are you getting a cut?
Dude, we could do something together.
What? Here's the thing. So I'm saying, when they do brick and mortar, when they go solid, they go straight. They got the building up, and
We'll be their house band.
not only the house band, but when they do their advertising, maybe a little musical interlude by the one and only Matt Wentz.
Maybe. I mean, if they wanted it.
I was telling Ian about this, actually. There's this guy on YouTube. You got to check him out. I don't exactly understand what it is, and he's got this show. It's like the best of the week or something like that, and he reviews fast food.
Hello, everyone. This is Running on Empty Food Review. I'm your host, the report of the...
And look, I'm a purist. You know, give me a good crust, maybe thin. Throw a little cheese, a little olive oil, a little sauce, and you know, you got yourself a pie. He reviewed the Pizza Hut pretzel crust pizza, and I know it sounds gross, or maybe it's Little Caesars. I think it's Little Caesars. But I'm like, I need that in my life. Like, I like pizza a lot, but I also like pretzel, and I'm like, combining the two. Now I know, you know, that might. Yeah, so I might have to, you know, just, I don't want to say slum, but I might have to slum a little bit and try it out and see what it is. Is that something that would be in your wheelhouse?
Sure. Yeah, I would be down for that.
Red Sky Guitar Repair, 2302 North Scottsdale Road, Scottsdale, Arizona. 480-669-3909. It's Red Sky Guitar Repair at gmail.com. Matt, Amanda, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon.
Yeah, thank you so much, dude. We definitely appreciate you doing everything and helping us out and supporting us and promoting us and getting us out there and everything.
Any day, all day, my friend.
Everything you do in general, we just appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Cheers to you both, and I'll talk to you soon.
Cool.
Bye, Chris.
I want to thank everyone for hanging out towards the end. It's the Doom Podcast. Please like, subscribe, tell a friend. Follow us on social media, Doom or Doom Podcast. Ian from No Masters Audio, he does all things for the Doom. If you're talking about audio and sound, and even sometimes video, you never know. This guy's all over the place. Hit him up. The link is in the show notes. If you want to hear more music like this, it's craniumradio.com. I have a show 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time each and every Sunday. Music, talk, whatever we come up with. Hit us up in the chat room as well. Make a request. If we have it, we'll play it. And if you want to talk about the song, it's doomtombpodcast at gmail.com. You got something you want to talk about, hit us up. Get on, talk about your songs. Now, is that it? Oh, yeah. By the way, all the links, they're in the show notes. Okay, that's it. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Get out to those shows. Buy some of that band merch. And don't forget to stay heavy.
You take drugs, Danny?
Every day.
Good. So what's the problem?
I don't know.